going live. We are going live on YouTube. Hey, YouTube, we are live. We are here and 2 minutes late. We were ready 30 minutes before, but we're actually 32 minutes late of getting on the live. That's all my fault. I was chatting too much. I was showing funny stuff on Facebook. How's everybody doing tonight? How's my favorite panel?
Doing good.
Not too bad.
Had a bad week.
Oh, we have immersive view. What is immersive view? Oh, there we go.
Huh? What do we do
Like
now?
that. Hold on, let's see if that's going to work. There we go. We all have our own seats.
Oh, good
There we
grief.
go.
My green screen's working. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Look at mine. Mine's just a circle.
Yeah, I don't know why yours is just a circle, but we're like on the panel right now.
Yeah, I know.
Could it be the way you got your phone?
Could
I
just
don't.
be the camera on his phone.
Yeah, it could be just the camera on my phone.
Okay.
That looks really funky.
I
That's
feel like we're in
interesting.
court.
I've seen a commercial like this.
It looks real funky on Facebook when it goes back and forth because it's just a white background.
Okay.
Look, I mean, I'm the smallest. I'm the smallest.
And then it's down there.
No, we'll stay. Stop. We'll stay in this view. It's much better and kind of
Less confusing.
way less confusing, and our image is a little bit bigger.
Plus, you
I'm
can see,
the smallest.
We can see
Okay.
what?
can see everybody better.
Yes, definitely. So somebody did a shout out. Guru.
Oh, I thought maybe it was Sean.
Well, he's probably still driving home from work.
Yeah. So I started my GCM racing build today. That's not a hot rod or a street racer, but I'm going to show it anyways. So here it is. Yes, I did paint it different colors for different panels because, you know, when your truck is very old, you go to the scrapyard to find pieces for it. So I actually found a hood for it and a door. Actually, all the doors come from the same truck, so the back is actually green also. So,
Ew.
and then I'm going to be doing some body work on it to make it fake that I'm finished body work, just like I explained in my last video that I uploaded this afternoon.
I still see that you're missing the hatch on it.
That was on there earlier.
So how many of you here do street racing? I know
In a
AZ
sense.
Froggy does oval street racing, right?
And some road course at times, yes.
Okay. And John Martin does oval also. Do you do straight street racing, John?
A little bit of drag racing, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Trail Crawler?
No, I don't do any racing anymore.
Okay. I used to do some, but I stopped.
So did I.
Because didn't get was no interest in this area. And now it's starting again. But now my drag racer is no more good because all the rules changed. So I can't use that.
Yeah.
But I'll still use it. I'll go there. I won't compete, but I'll drag race for fun. Just go there and just put it on the road and see what I can do compared to them.
Good evening, Sir Lyle.
Good day, gentlemen.
Hello, Lyle.
Hey, guys. I've been trying to hook up a new camera. I can't get it going. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like if you look at the little screen. Oh, shit. I knocked over a beer.
Oh, what a shame.
The wee little screen you can see in the center there it's 4K at 120 frames per second, but I can't frickin' make my computer talk to it.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
It all depends. Some of those cameras, you cannot use the USB out to actually use it as a webcam. You do need an HDMI out. Hey? The what?
It's not USB, it's HDMI.
Okay, so do you have a capture card on your computer?
If you could maybe translate that into English, I could maybe answer.
Okay, so the answer is no.
I'm with you. I don't know what it is either.
It's an MSI GT70 from like 2010. You tell
No,
me.
you need a HDMI to USB adapter, and that's going to convert your signal into the computer language, and then you'll be able to use it as a webcam. Now, there's a problem on using it as a webcam, because those cameras usually shut off after 5 minutes of standby.
Oh,
So
no,
then-
I got it set at like 6 hours because
Okay,
I bought some kick-ass batteries. I can
Yeah,
record
that's-
a really long
that's-
time with that camera.
That's what I was about to say. You have to set it that you can have it on standby and not shut off. And then you should be
Speaking
good.
of shutting it off, I'm gonna shut it off now. It's still going.
Okay.
Okay. Excuse me.
So real quick, we'll get back at the drag racing scene because I want to talk about that tonight. And we should have Desert Hobby that joins us tonight also. You guys should see the screen now, drag slash.
Yes, sir.
I'm just turning on the YouTube.
It is engineered to win. If you change the motor, the electronics in there and the remote control, it is engineered to win.
Pretty much.
It's a nice car for the beginners, but you need to upgrade it as soon as you buy it. If you want to be competitive, you don't have a choice. And plus some areas don't even let you drive this because the TSM on it, you have to disable it, and some people don't know how. So basically, you got to make sure it's off, and you can't use a drag brake either to actually help you brake.
Yep. No vehicle assistance modes are allowed at all.
No, but it is nice. I really like the look of it. It
What
looks nice.
What's that, Lyle?
is this word brake you speak of? I know throttle. I've heard of this brake, but
Trans brake is what this is supposed to be. It's to launch the vehicle.
oh, you're
You
doing
hold
that.
the button while you're holding the.
Do that shit with me?
Yeah, you pin the throttle while holding this button, and you let go of the button, and it'll launch.
Ah, it's more fun pulling the trigger.
Yeah. So
I
this
can't
thing has a
think.
lot of cool little options, but a lot of it, here's the trans brake he was just mentioning. So you can't use that when you're racing, and you cannot use the drag mode. You cannot enable it.
Nope.
But you can use the tires, you can use a truck, and you can use a transmission.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of them that are out. Slash, basically this is a slash with different arms. So it's the same tub, but it's got different arms, but it does have a different battery, not battery, but rear end now. So the transmission case is different. But it's basically a slash with banded arms. And people have been converting it for years, and Trax has decided to make their own.
Yeah.
Since they had the parts.
What is a magnified RC talking about? RC herpes.
He was going off of what Frank said for the engineer to win bit. He's just being silly.
Yeah, I think he's being silly. Engineered to win RC herpes. I have no idea.
He's
'Cause
not a
I-
Traxxas fan at all.
Sounds catchy.
Yeah. I don't think he's a Traxxas fan either. Somebody's getting messages on their phone.
Yeah, whose phone keeps going off?
That's me.
Oh, okay.
Now we know. That's good.
Who was it?
You, in your imagination.
So
Well, I would like it to be my imagination because I hope it isn't me.
the other one that came out with a truck that's not bad. It's this guy. And they come in different color. The body's okay. It's a nice drag body, but 90% of the people are going to change it anyways. The electronic is not bad either. It comes with a 3300 kV. Again, that's about the same size that you get with the Traxxas. I believe the Traxxas is a 3500 kV.
35, 38, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a VXL that's on there. So this is another good one. I like this one for the simple reason is, no, it's not that one I like. It's the Losi one I like.
Yeah.
Because it's more racing style. It's more, Losi has been engineered and doing racing buggies and racing platforms. And I like this one because it's actually got metal at the bottom. It's actually a metal chassis. All the other ones are actually plastic. And this one has a heck of a lot better, like
6,500.
6,500 kV. I've seen some people go under 3 seconds with this car.
Yeah.
Stock out of the box, and you cannot do that with the two other ones.
No.
Hey, Tank, question for you.
Yep.
You got a racing F450?
No, I don't have one. Randy has one, but no, I don't have one. I built my own one. I have a GCM Racing that's similar to that, but I've had it for years. Very long wheelbase and with the
How do you think
410
we
chassis.
do up against out of the box versus? How do you think they would do against each other? Traxxas Dragster or the Sen F450?
I would say the Traxxas because it's set up more for a top speed. The Sen, even though it's all-wheel drive, basically, the gearing, even changing it to the high-speed gear, is a little more limited due to the differentials and all.
I want to see it happen pretty bad. If I had money,
Interesting.
I really want to know which one is faster because I'll put my Sen. Well, I've upgraded my Sen, but I will put that up against a Traxxas Dragster, and I do plan on getting a Traxxas Dragster. It's just probably not going to happen this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've heard good thing about the Sen, and I know it's kind of fast. And what power system did you put in there?
I put a 3800 kV Castle 1410 series motor with SB3 ESC on 3-cell with a 15-tooth pinion in the second gear. Haven't driven it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, if you're going to drag race against well, first of all, your 4x4, it's going to have to be a fun drive.
No, I'm all-wheel drive.
Yes,
I'm
you're
4x4.
wow,
Same
come
song,
on.
second verse.
No,
Yeah.
I won't come on. There's a difference.
You can't use a 3-cell either.
You're all-wheel drive, and the other one only has 2-wheel propulsion, and you have 4.
So,
And they run on 2S, and you cannot run them on
all
3S.
oh man, Jesus.
So there is kind of some rules. So yes,
Yeah, you
because
can
of
go out and race, but you can only drive. You can only have a 4-cylinder car. Oh, fuck.
that is correct. That is correct. They make those rules for some odd
An
reason.
outlaw.
You could get a high C rating 2-cell, which can outdo a
I
3.
got 150 C rating batteries. I know it makes a touch of a difference, but fuck. Throwing
but
in
just like John was mentioning, there is a separate class that you can actually run on special events.
But I would love to get this going in Calgary. I know I got 2 buddies at least that would love to get into either. Well, I'm trying to get parking lot racing going. I have much more fun in that because it lasts 2 or 3 minutes rather than 2 or 3 seconds.
Yes.
And although the quick little drag is a lot of fun, I like ripping around. I like driving, and it's the 2 best vehicles I've had in the last 10 years for parking lot racing. And mind you, I haven't had everything. I'm nowhere near owning all of them. And I really want a fucking Vortec from Traxxas. Hint, hint.
I'm getting one.
F450 and the Slash 4x4 are so much fun in a parking lot. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to get more people involved with that here in Calgary because, yeah, like I love trailing. All of you guys know that. But man, parking lot racing, it's cheap. As long as you don't crash, it's cheap.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, that's what I do is on-road racing in a parking lot.
Touring car racing.
We do
Touring car
4-minute races. Brett? Our races are 4 minutes long each. all different classes. We've got for Red Cat Lightnings all the way up to 4-wheel drive open. We've got the Bomber class, which is a 2-wheel drive short course base with old style vehicle bodies on it, cars and trucks.
How long's the track? Because 4 minutes is a long time. How many laps do you get in 4 minutes?
Depending on exactly which size track we do, we're normally upwards of 50 plus laps.
Jesus.
And how many seconds does it take to do a lap?
It's under 10.
Okay.
It's usually between, depending on how your vehicle's running, you can run high 5s to low to mid 6s,
No.
depending on the track.
Big man, you are right. It is illegal to run the gyro in the DR10. As soon as you're racing competitively, you have to turn off all driver assist.
Yeah.
I'm not down with that stuff. I've tried it in both the 110 scale and the 132nd scale. I got a couple of Kyosho rally cars or racing cars or drift cars, whatever you want to call them, and they have the gyro in them. When I bought them, I took it out. I don't know how people can drive with it. I can't grasp it.
For drifting, it's one thing because it does help you keep the drift going. It doesn't help you initiate it all the time, but it helps you stay.
I race more than I drift, and I can't
Yeah.
see it helping racers. But some guys like it during racing, and I can't see how. When you're coming out of the corner, I want to pin it and go. I don't.
Most groups,
I don't want
gyro is not legal for racing.
Yeah, I don't see how it is. Like I don't understand the gyro part of RC.
Yeah.
In any aspect. It's not. I guess I'm against it. I don't like to be negative about any part of RC, but I guess I'm against gyros. Now that I think about it, I don't like them.
The only thing we will allow it in with our group is in the novice class for the kids that are just starting, because it'll help them keep it a little bit better under control, and they can learn the car a little bit easier that way. But as soon as they graduate out of it, they can't run it.
I just thought of something. They're easy. Sorry to change the subject, but if you watch my screen there, an empty spot now over here.
Yeah, I know.
I saw you
saw that.
comment. I saw you comment today, and it's gone.
What was it?
Semi-truck.
Maya
Grand
Grand
hauler.
Oh,
He needed some beer.
Oh, I needed to give Bank of Nova Scotia some money for my car payment, or else they're going to come take it away.
Darn, it wasn't even for beer money? That's no fun.
No, I actually have fantastic friends. Really, actually, friends that don't watch this, and I beg them to watch this. I'm like, I'm funny. I'll go on there, I drink beer, and I smoke weed, and I have a good time, and there's a bunch of other good people. I try to get other people to watch, and they're like, it starts at like 7:30, because we're in Calgary, and it's like, you go to bed at like 8 or 9 around here if you're working, man. So, they don't want to get into it, but I've tried. And sorry, try to get you more. And I'll continue.
Yeah. Birdman is asking, is it legal to put skinnies up front on the DR10?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what
it
it comes
is.
with.
As long as it's not a O-ring tire. It has to be a tire that has foam in it. And we'll go through the rules a little bit. It all depends of the track you're racing also.
Yeah, buggy
How
fronts
long
work
is it?
real
Like
well.
130 feet or something, right?
132 feet, yes.
130 what?
132. It's a 10 scale quarter mile. Quarter mile is 1320.
And there's even skinnier tires in those.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you can't get Sluice Box Steve to get on here with us. I think he's been on here a couple of times, but not that
I've
often.
never tried.
Yeah, no prep does mean the tire is the tire. The track is not prep, which means it's not sticky. So they just run it on pavement. They don't put any sticky compound onto the track.
Basically, all we do is go out with a leaf blower and blow off all the dust.
Yep.
Yeah, or a sweeper.
Yeah, and we actually use both for our bit that we do for the oval stuff.
Okay.
So you can sauce your tires, but you go out there on the track, they can't be dripping wet. Same
Nope.
way with the drag stuff. You cannot have your tires wet. And I was waiting for that.
I knew you were. Somebody had to, and it's gonna be me.
I also have O-ring tires on my dragster. So somebody said there, he says he does have O-ring wheels. So you cannot use
Yeah.
those on there.
Now the old RJ Speed drag cars, the Pro Stocks, the funny cars, and the dragsters, they do have the O-ring tires on them.
Yeah. And if you're running in that class, you can actually use them.
Yeah.
But now,
that
just
class
because it's a no prep, it does not mean you can't run other classes. If there's enough people that runs nitro, in other words, you can have a nitro class, or you can have mix them together if you want. Like to me, the nitro stands no chance, but put them in your own class. So,
I don't know.
Beginning of that, but you're right.
I'll fight that one. I'm not a nitro person, but when we were doing some parking lot racing out here, I had my HPI Sprint to Sport set up with a 5800 kV motor in it, and had a guy with a Vortec nitro that was set up with a 3.3 motor in it, and he was staying right with me every race. But there was only one place we were allowed to run the nitros with the electrics.
I'm not trying to be rude, Daisy. You know I love you, but that could be driver difference as well.
No, he actually, no.
No.
I was killing everybody on reaction times. His car would come mid-track on and catch up to everybody. And actually, one of the guys that was racing with us is Frank. You were hearing his name earlier today on Billy's Speed, Abel. He was out there running with us, and Abel's always had fast cars, and Archie was keeping right up with Abel.
Maybe you need to go to 6,000.
This was also, what, 4 years ago.
Oh.
So things have changed a lot, but yeah, Archie has always been into nitro. He's always built some fast stuff. And I had this thing, I mean, this thing was trapping, going sideways through the thing at over 50 miles an hour. And he was keeping right up with me.
Sounds like Nitro Freak stuff.
yeah, Nitro Freak is in the chat.
Yeah, he is.
He just said boo. I think he said boo because what I said.
They need to get on here and tell you that to your face on the screen.
Well, no, he wants to. I'm sure he wants.
There's a lot of different places you can find rules for nitros. There is so many different classes that you can run for nitros also. You do have to go by rules. You do have to govern by rules. And a lot of people, they use the NPRC, no prep drag racing rules. There's a lot of other ones out there that actually exists.
It's too bad they don't have any for your rail car.
Yeah.
Got to get enough people to do that, and then you can do it.
Got enough other people with rail car to drag race against me. These guys have the same rules as the other guys, the one I just mentioned, which is these guys, NPRC. You can find these on Facebook, and this one is Die Hard RC. They have the Street Outlaw class and the 10.5 Super Stock class.
Yeah.
Now here is something kind of interesting with the Street Outlaw class, and I'll bring up the other one because it's much written bigger. Street Outlaws, the chassis has to be short course based chassis. And I've seen so many other, and they talk about the chassis here. And what I find weird is some people actually coming back with the with these chassis. And to me, that is not short course. Like when you go look at a chassis like that, that's not a short course chassis.
No, it isn't.
It's short course base for the wheelbase and the suspension components used.
I completely agree, but it is written chassis. And that's what bugs me. And I see a lot of people doing this conversion.
Yep.
Everything else is Traxxas, well, suspension, the arms, the shocks.
That's
Towers
actually
are different.
low-C, but
But now
Towers
they
are,
no longer catch wind.
could be low-C now, or DR10 Team Associated, because now they have the same width. So as long as it's buggy style suspension or short course truck suspension, you're a go. But what I find weird in the rules, short course based chassis.
yeah.
Well,
Oh,
what
I
does the
know.
manufacturer sell it as?
Hmm.
The pictures you were showing of the other vehicles, what does the manufacturer say it is?
Oh, it's a
No prep
special.
drag chassis.
That one is especially made for drag racing,
Then
but it's
should be disqualified.
actually made to replace the Traxxas or any other chassis and put their thing onto this chassis.
Well, you say Traxxas, that's a pretty broad band. Like they don't specify a class.
No,
Well,
they don't specify a class. They specify it has to be short course. They
No,
don't say
not that part.
Traxxas.
I get that part. I mean, the manufacturer of the other chassis. Do they specify that it covers everything, or it specifies that it's a truggy or buggy or short course?
They say
specify
it's
anyway, or just as it's a chassis.
it's a short course wheelbase chassis that will replace a stock Traxxas or low-C or DR10 chassis.
And that's
Yeah.
what the manufacturer said.
Yes.
Hey, let me ask you this.
That's a really big cheat on the rules. It's dirty, but it sounds legal.
It's a
But
breakout
99% of
chassis.
them are running them.
Yes.
It's got to be it's got to basically be a 13.5 distant wheelbase.
Yeah, from 12 to 13.5-inch wheelbase.
But if the manufacturer says it's a short course chassis, you can't argue.
Yeah.
The presenter of the event would have to specify no flat plate chassis.
Is that Guru?
No, I had to
So
mute
what that-
Billy. I had to mute Billy. There was a lot of noise there in the background.
Hello, Sang and Keith.
So basically, it's a 12 to 13.5 wheelbase. That's why the new chassis that they have, or the new body that they have, it doesn't fit on here. So there might be another class coming.
Hey, Frank, you know how they started making those Pinto bodies? Aren't those even shorter than 12-inch? Or they?
That's what I'm
buggy
talking about. That
wheelbase.
the Pinto body is actually shorter than this. So right now you cannot run this in the street outlaw class
Nope.
because
Sorry,
it
did you
doesn't-
see there's a body for a Pinto?
yes,
Yeah.
there's a new body for the Pinto, a Pinto body from Proline.
That's like 11. That's like
You have
9 to 11 inches.
Lipo behind the rear bumper.
Yeah, I can show you real quick. I can find it.
Old people should have found that funny. Fuck.
It sounds like it would
yeah.
be 9 to 11 inches in wheelbase, isn't it? Something like that.
Somebody should have laughed. Damn it.
There's
Not
Billy.
Yeah,
What's
there's
up,
Billy.
boys?
Hello, Bill.
How are you, sir?
Hey. Thanks
I
for the
almost
shout
came
out.
out to I almost came out to the shop today, but I wasn't feeling up to it.
That's okay.
I'm gonna be going out Saturday, even though you're gonna be out of town. Me and my wife
Yeah.
are gonna go out that way and do a few things in the east side of town.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I won't be there. I'll be in Oklahoma, but absolutely stop in.
So there's the Proline Pinto body.
Yeah, the shorty.
Now.
Yep. Buggy.
But
Is that
right,
like,
Not a
But
fan.
right now, there's no class for it because you cannot run this in the outlaw class because it's shorter than 12-inch.
Too short.
it looks like it'd be a 9 to 11 inches.
That's what you.
Whatever Rustler is, yeah.
Yeah, whatever the
What's
wrestler is, I'm not sure.
What's your thoughts on how it looks, though?
It's okay. It's a little
I
bit
think-
off, but it's not bad.
They could have done a better job on it.
Yeah,
It's
I like
different.
it.
It's different. I like it because it's a different style, and hopefully it's going to catch and it's going to open up a different class of dragster.
Yeah, it
That's
looks
what
good. I like the colors. I like that color you had going on there. That red, white, and blue looks good.
Yeah.
Gap and Roush colors.
Yes,
thought
they
that-
are.
I
No.
thought the gold looked better. Sorry, I'm just a metallic guy.
No,
And that's why they give it to you clear, so you can put your own color on it. That's why everybody paints their own color.
Correct.
That's
No.
why I decided to paint mine this color here. It's multiple colors. It's so
What do you got going on there? What color is that?
this is blue, this is green, this is white, pearl green, pearl
Got it.
blue, and pearl white.
Nice. So I'm late to the party. What's happening? How's everybody's week this week?
I've had a bad week, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that too.
Well, you're in good spirits, man.
Well, yeah, thank you, Bill. Because when I get on with you guys, it makes me feel better.
I
Yeah,
agree
good.
with Vince in the chat. He says it's great for Ford fans for that Pinto, but now we need a Vega or a Monza. I would take either one.
Now the Vega or the Monza is also short wheelbase, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's where I think they're going with that, and that they're going that if somebody has a Rustler and they just want to put that body on and have some fun, they can.
Well, I can see them doing like what those cars were originally built for, pro stock class. I can see them doing a class like that with those,
Yeah.
which that would be a blast.
Would that be with stock motors, brushed stock motors?
Not necessarily. You could run like a 13.5 or a 10.5 or something like that. I could see a good run with 10.5s with those. And then the 2-cell. So that would be a good deal.
Just real quick, I just want to do a message to Nitro Freak. Google moderator team deleted one of your message. I have no idea what you wrote, but be careful what you're writing on my chat, Nitro Freak, because people are watching.
Yes, they are. I had the similar thing happen to myself this week.
Okay. So, yeah, we were just starting to go over the rules, and I know you go over, and that's what I was reading on one of the pamphlet that you sent me, that you use the NPRC rules, and a lot of people are using that for the no prep.
And everybody across the country use different rules.
Yes, and that's what I keep telling people. Even if you race, you do oval racing or you do buggy race, you do anything, you have to check the track rules.
Yep.
Correct.
What do they have? Because you could get there and you got a 17.5 Blinky motor, and they don't even have that anymore. A lot of them are moved on to 21. A lot of them are like, you have to make sure that you have the right car for the right class when you're going there.
I would like to see some, I'd like to see Frank being able to run in his class, the rail cars.
Well, I do have a rail drag racer, and I will take it to some of the local drag races here, but I won't be able to compete. It won't be compete, but it's going to be for fun. So,
But it'd be nice if those started to come back out too, so you could have a class like that.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Especially when you have a 5.5 turn.
yeah.
I'm trying to read that, what you got going on there.
Oh yeah, you're on your phone, so it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it's very hard.
So number one again, 12 to 13.5 inches wheelbase, 4x4 not allowed. So you cannot take a 4x4 slash, convert it, and put it a two-wheel drive. You cannot do that.
Nope.
Because it does not have the same transmission. So it's kind of a no-no. This is what I find interesting here, is on the street outlaw, you can run any motors as long as it's a commonly used over-the-counter RC model.
Yep.
That's what I found interesting. Like,
Look at that, 8.4 volts, lithium polymer. I thought for a second, I thought they were,
so,
yeah, that's what it maxes out.
So coming back to the motor, I find it very interesting, and you do have to be careful what motor you put in there. A lot of people think I'm going to get the fastest SCTE motor and I'll put it there and I'll win every race. It doesn't work that way.
No, not at all.
It's all about hooking up.
Yeah,
I was talking to today on my show. I was talking to a gentleman by the name of Frank Ulbrich.
Yeah.
And
I saw
he's
that
a
part.
fast one. He's fast in the nation, 100%. He's top 10 for sure, and he's running a 3.5. So these guys getting 2.0s and 2.5s think they're going to throw that motor in and go fast. That's just not how it works.
No.
You want to know something? They're making a 1.5 motor now. They do. There's a 1.5 motor that's been made.
There's a guy that has a JS Speed car, and he was trying to race against my rail car a couple years back, and there's no way he could catch up to me, and he, because he had so much power in there, he was just standing still, like he was spinning and not even moving, and then he ran out of control because he just had too much power. He couldn't hook up, so I was beating him every
Right.
time.
It's like because you had that 5-turn, but that's a lot of power as well.
Yeah, but you got to use, if you have too much power at the start, you got to use your head. You either have to use throttle control, and you are allowed to use that. You are allowed to put a throttle curve onto your remote.
Yep.
But a lot of people would say that's driving assist. It's not like TSM though, but it is kind of a driving assist. So
It's a personal choice, though. It's not like
Yeah, it
everybody has the same advantage when they do that. So if everybody sets it differently, it's a personal choice to drive it.
Mhm.
I think that should be okay.
Yeah.
Just a personal opinion.
Sounds like they need stickier tires if they're going to use a more powerful motor.
So now for batteries, 8.44 volt maximum. So you can use a lithium polymer or a LiPo. And the hard case is not required. And you must have a plug, no hard wiring directly to your motor.
Yep.
And humpback packs are not allowed, the HV pack. So you can have a piggyback. In other words, 2 small batteries to double
No
up.
saddle packs.
Saddle packs, that's it. Single battery pack. So tire, a rubber foam insert style rear and front, threaded or slicks are allowed. No O-ring tires. Running without foams insert allowed.
Somewhere in there, that's what she said. I just not sure which part to pick.
About the O-ring,
Look at it.
Yeah.
4.5 pounds, 4 to 5 pound is the
Brad, we're not there yet. I'm reading line per line, and you're skipping ahead.
Chill
I
out.
know
It was in
I'm reading
class,
slow.
Brad.
I know I'm reading slow, but there's a reason to my insanity.
The method to his madness.
So I think I'm going to send this list to Brad so he can read it offline quickly.
Later, don't do it now.
No, I know, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. So
Then
looks
they'll
like
be teaching us.
So like
And a
looks
very
like Brad
loud
wants me to
audio.
talk faster. Shocks must have 4 shocks. You ever seen a dragster with 3?
No, I don't think I have.
No,
No.
what they do is they have the springs in the back, and they use turnbuckles up front.
Yeah.
lower.
Okay,
Yes,
yes,
I think that's
turnbuckle.
the
I've
most
seen it.
hilarious. Like, must have 4 shocks. Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen people do that also, is put the turnbuckles in the front so that
Yeah.
it wouldn't pop
Yeah, that's
down
so
or
you can't
sink.
do that.
Okay. Yeah, but you can modify, even though you have the shock, you can modify them that they're stiff. You can really put very thick oil in there.
Yeah, but
With
then
thick
that
oil.
comes up right there. Shocks must have movement visible and acceptable by the race director.
Yes. See, darn, they blew my trick
Hey, Tank, where did you get these rules from?
from the website.
NPRC
Okay.
website.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I got them from here at the NPRC Facebook page.
Perfect. I was just curious where you got it from.
Basically from Tim Smith's design,
Got it.
So,
which, yeah.
so
When I
they
was
have
looking
it
at
there,
the
but
computer.
they also have it here. It's the same thing here at the Die Hard RC. I just Googled no prep drag racing rules.
Rules.
And,
Gotcha.
Basically, this is the same thing. Where I find a 13.5 super stock class, that's kind of weird, but we'll go that after that. We'll go cover that after.
when I tried getting this going out here before Coy started doing all this stuff,
Okay.
I had basically all these same rules and everyone said I was crazy. It would never happen.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've got them written down and dated still from when I was doing stuff out with the work racing group that I do the oval racing in the parking lots with.
Okay.
So
Transmission, here's where this is important for the transmission, because this is where the 4x4 can't do. So the 4x4, if you convert your 4x4, it blows this thing out, like it doesn't match. Transmission, car must use a 3 to 5 gear transmission gearbox. Belt or links conversion not allowed. That's interesting. Weight of the car. Here's a little trick. If a lot of people were putting very light stuff in the car, like converting everything to carbon and things like that, like putting very light, it could come back and bite you in the ass or not, because if you put your car too light, it won't hook up. So hook up
Right.
means it won't grab the pavement.
A lot of
Weight.
carbon going on right now. A lot of
Yeah.
carbon going on.
Yeah, and weight. Car ready to run must. Oh, cars ready to run must meet a 4.54 pounds, 72 ounces, or 2060 gram minimum.
Yeah.
Cars ready to run. What that means, if you built a kit or if you built something, you don't have to be that weight. I don't
no,
get
that's when you take it up to the line to
It's
run,
ready to
it
run.
has to weigh that.
that. Okay, minimum of 4.5 pounds, which means it can be heavier.
Yeah.
But not lighter than this.
No, a lot of the guys are going with the carbon and all. Yes, it builds it light, makes it real light to begin with, but that way they can add weight where they need it when they scale it out to get it to launch and handle correctly.
Yes.
Right.
And that's why Billy, I was talking to them earlier. I was saying one of the first rules is it has to be a short course chassis. A lot of people are modifying them and using this type of chassis.
There's a lot of yes. The chassis. I can tell you this is how many chassis are coming out.
Yeah.
I'm talking to 3 different guys right now that are bringing out new chassis. I mean, the chassis are getting crazy. And I've got another next Thursday on my show. I've got another guy doing a chassis. But the chassis are getting very interesting, man. The way that the designs are coming. Try to see there. If I can zoom. Can I zoom in on that or no? No.
Yeah, you should
But
be
it's-
able to zoom.
It's kind of going away though from the short course base
Yeah, so the
of
first
what it
rule,
is.
the first rule chassis is it has to be a short course based chassis. So that kind of blows that first rule out of the water.
And like we said, all the rules are different everywhere.
Yes.
When you took these off of Tim's
Off
Tim Smith's
NPRC,
website,
yeah.
or when they designed these rules, you know how old these rules are. These are pretty
4
old,
years old.
right? And things change. You guys know that. I mean, look at you guys are. I mean, you guys are in the RC world. It
Yeah.
changes. We change every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
You know, and it's evolving. It's changing. It's going to get really interesting. Outlaw is going to get the outlaw thing is going to get very interesting within the next 3 to 5 months.
Yeah, it will. Here they have the wheelie bar. It may extend up to a maximum of 15-inch from the rear drives. CVA.
That's pretty long.
That's,
So
pretty
That's long. That's extremely long. Ours,
And that's
I'm
basically
having
from the center of the axle back.
Yeah, but
Right.
that's almost, it's more than the friggin' length of the car itself. The wheelbase is 12-inch.
Yeah.
You're gonna see. Right now, we're in the middle of designing our own wheelie bar right now,
Okay.
and our wheelie bar is going to be a 10-inch wheelie bar. We were going to do some 12-inch, but I believe the 10-inch is going to be the maximum that we're going to be doing on my
Okay.
end for the wheelie bars that we're designing, and hopefully those will be out 2-3 weeks. I'll make sure when they do come out, I'll get them up on your show.
Cool.
Hey, I was wondering, you guys thinking of doing a class for the younger kids with just stock brushed motors? So because I can't go in-
There's a lot going on right now. A lot of talks on a lot of things right now.
Mhm.
because they're not going to handle a car that's going to do 70 miles an hour in a few seconds. So they'd have to use a stock brushed motor.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. Again, I'm going to go back to Brad, one of the guys I had on the show tonight. He had his 3-year-old son, Frank Ulbrich, and his son, 3 years old. What did he? I think he said 70 miles an hour last weekend at I think he said 2.6. 2.6 was his run at 3 years old.
And he's gifted. There's some children that are gifted in the hobby, but
but Brad, you got to think, if your car is tuned right, if your car is tuned right and it hooks right, you only have to hit the trigger. You don't have to steer. You hit the trigger, and if it goes straight, you're good. You're going to win it.
Yep.
But if you,
that's it.
So like if the dad did his job and tuned the car right, the only thing you have to teach him is don't punch it all the way. You punch it a little bit and then you go. Like that's what you got to do. Squeeze a little bit and then go.
To answer your question, Brad, our goal with at Desert Hobbies and through all of the groups that we're working with, a kids class is something we're talking about for sure. It would be a good thing if we could get some type of kids class, because you got to think about it. Some of these kids are going to these big races. I mean, $20,000-$30,000 races, and hell, they're 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be nice to have. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know these kids. There's no age restriction, so it's good. It's bad, I guess, but to have a kids class would be fun just to see kids run themselves.
The race that happened in Vegas, wasn't it like a young kid that actually won that one? It was a big money also.
No, that was Clay Keats.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was a young kid that won something in Vegas.
I'm just like, I would like to see them do that old class with brushed motors. I mean, because that's how it used to be.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but that's passe. You're living in the past. You like the Tamiya.
I'm actually with Brad on that one. I don't mind
What, Dennis?
It was Lyle saying it.
That was loud.
No, I'm with Brad on that. I don't mind a brushed class. That would be okay because there's people that can't afford to drop a couple $100 on.
But people don't realize I have a brushed rail car. It's a 5.5 turn brushed rail car with a aviation motor in it.
Yeah.
Direct drive. That thing is friggin' fast and it's brushed. You get a brushed motor, it's the same KV. It's the same torque. It's the same thing. It's just one is brushed.
I don't know about torque on the bottom end.
I mean, where's this one?
More torque in a brush than a brushless.
Brush class at all. Brush class
Yeah.
is great in every aspect of RC. I
I
like
mean, that right there. That's an old school brush. That's a 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
I got a
It
7.
rips.
A good looking motor though.
But I can't get an ESC that'll keep hold of it. Everything, it won't hold it. The limit's too low for it. And I burned up 3 different ESCs with this thing.
They need to make some ESC. Someone needs to make ESCs that can take those motors then.
I thought Castle Creation could.
Traction EXL.
Nope, I tried it, burned it.
Well, free warranty then because it has 0 motor limit and it does 200 amps. So
I know it was
with that
a used one, so I didn't even bother with the warranty.
No, if there's still motors out there like that, they need to make ESCs that can take them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, AZ Froggy, what were you using trying to use that motor in?
It's been in a number of different things. I had it in my RJ Speed Pro stock. I had it in the funny car. I had it in my HPI Sprint 2 Sport for a while. So yeah, I've had it in multiple different things, and none of the ESCs have lasted.
Nice.
See you later, Birdman.
Then Bill, you run a hobby store. You could make your own stuff that can take such a thing.
Not me, man. Not happening. Brad, I got my hands in too much crap right now.
He's sales and promotion. He's not R&D and production.
No.
Maybe he's going to start making his own batteries since he already does batteries for golf carts.
Nope.
Come on.
I'm going to leave one of my big sponsors up to that. That's Max Amps. Let them handle the battery part of it.
Well, they could. Well, there's someone you talk to who's working with you. You should tell him, hey, you got to make something that can take a 6-turn thrust.
True. Okay, the body, number 9 is the body has to be realism. So, which mean it must cover the wheels. So no buggies are allowed to actually race. The wheel well must be cut, exposing half of the wheel minimum. So half the wheel or half the rubber?
Wheel
Yes.
is the wheel.
Half the wheel.
To me, it would be the wheel, not the
Yeah,
rubber.
wheel is the wheel, man.
Which that kills me. If anyone here has watched the 1320 video coverage of the Oklahoma RC race, there was a lot of guys with the front wheels or the front wheel openings and the rears that were, I don't think it would have been legal anywhere. I mean, they were just a small section of it cut out in a funky shape.
Yeah, but you got to realize that every rules are different. Maybe there they didn't run with those rules. We don't know that.
They did, because the guy that wrote these was there running.
Okay. Wings and things. The rear wing spoiler may extend off the body rear deck a maximum of 3 inches. And the rear dam may not be higher than the car roof line. The dam, what's a rear dam? That's the side of the wing?
The side panel, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So max of 3 inches also. A nose splitter.
Nose splitter.
Man, my English is bad tonight. May extend a max of ½ inch from the edge of the body at the front. Cool.
That's sticking straight out at the front, not sideways.
The rear body cutout. The rear section of the body valence bumper panel may be removed, but must retain the original rear side quarter fenders. Okay, I get it.
Front lid or pickup.
And pickup bed too.
Yeah. So the trunk
Basically.
lid or pickup bed has to stay.
Yeah, just like his there.
There you go, basically. But the back end of it's completely.
That's ugly.
It's been beaten. It's been
Well,
beaten.
look at the truck though.
Just kidding.
It turned into an oval body, so.
I can't
So-
even get mine out right now.
Depending where you go, it's all going to change, but 90% of the people or 98% of people go by these rules, so don't worry too much about it. Body holes. This is where I find it interesting, because you could do venting holes, but they're saying up to 4 holes, no larger than a ½ inch at any location of the body are allowed. Does
Is
that,
that like your body post then?
is that just for the body post, or that's on top of the body post?
Some people they put a couple holes in the back of it just so air can exit out
Yes.
and onto the rear spoiler.
Yeah, but if I read this right, up to 4 holes no larger than ½ an inch at any location of the body are allowed. But I guess if you put the body post, the holes are not there anymore, so those don't count because
Can
you're
you
actually
maybe
plugging them.
Can you maybe take the instructions, convert them to French, and then read them, and then
I could get Brad to read them. He's a fast reader.
No, I'm not.
Tire prep is allowed, but
Okay,
a burnout is required before starting your car.
18.
Say again?
Okay, when you prep your tires, okay, prepping your tires, that means you're putting a liquid on it. They're going to become very sticky. You cannot take your car after you prep the tires and put it right where you're going to start drag racing and drag. You can't do that. You have to do a burnout before putting it on the track. In other words, you got to get rid of some of that material or some of that prepping. You got to take it off of the tire before you put it on the track. Yeah, it's still sticky. It's still going to be sticky.
What it does is it warms it up,
Yeah,
makes it a
heats
little bit
up.
more tackier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it warms up your tires, which makes the performance better because that product becomes better when it's actually warm.
It helps soften the
I
tire
did the
even more.
wheel thing for a very short time, and the small aspect of it really intrigues me. It's just there is nowhere or no one else that does this right now, but I really, really want both a Traxxas Sportec and a Dragster so bad.
Okay. Another thing that people actually do is actually put tire warmers. You see a lot of those guys at the
I've heard of
track,
it.
raid track, they're warming up their tires. That's okay. A lot of people are saying you can actually do that. Some races won't even let you do the tire prep. Like you can't put any formulas on it, but you can warm up your tires.
You can
And-
clean them, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's great.
And there's where the problem, the problem when they say no prep, they don't know what these guys have done before they get to the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This sauce thing is it's got a, man, there's so many variables here. I mean, there's so much sauce coming out, different
Yep.
rules on it. You know, there's some guys that they want to not have sauce. I'll call it sauce prep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that don't want to have prep, you know, and there's the talk. If you guys watch these forums and these groups,
Mhm.
everybody wants something different. And it's not, you know, until one body can come together and say, this is the NPRC rules and this is how it's going to be, and make it a clean slate across the whole deal. But until then, man, it's a free for all.
It's like when we had NHRA, IHRA, ADRA, and all those for the real racing until they basically got smart. Even though they had the different sanctioning bodies, they went with the same basic rules except for certain classes.
Yep. Yes,
Like-
sir.
Like INFMAR, which is not even them.
Crystal Corey is asking, so they don't have a burnout lane on the starting line? No, they do not have a burnout, because that would prep the track. So
Yep.
they do set a little piece of carpet
Hello,
off to
Kevin.
the side. So you have to use that carpet to do your burnout. You cannot bring your own carpet to do your burnout. You have to use the carpet that they supply you on the side of the track to actually do your burnout there. Once you're done, put it on the
Line.
asphalt and you're ready to go.
Although
Yeah. And
some guys do the burnout on the actual asphalt.
right.
It chews
Right.
it chews the hell out of your tires,
Yeah.
but they will do it. But it's
Yep.
not in the actual launch lane. It's
Yeah.
back behind about 3-4 foot.
Right.
It also
And that's
depends on the
actual
group
carpet.
because some do
That
not
feels
want
like what
that.
should be done.
Well, one thing's for sure, that carpet's going to clean off the tires.
That's the idea.
Well, I would much rather do the burnout on the pavement, man. That's where you get your heat.
Well,
Yeah,
here's
but-
the thing:
Oh,
if you're
no.
doing it on carpet too, and you're holding the tires up, and you're spinning it on the carpet, you're still getting heat, but you're not
Oh, yeah.
getting the wear and
I
tear.
don't
of
want
the actual-
I don't want plastic fabrics on my tires, though.
Yeah, well, the carpet has you ever heard of carpet rash?
Yeah, carpet crash, carpet burn, like
Yep.
carpet
Like-
can get the heat.
I don't know if a lot of people have heard this one, but you know, if you catch on fire, tuck and roll, but not on carpet. Carpet is nylon and plastic based. So if
Yeah.
you're burning out your tires on carpet, that's nylon and plastic based carpet. Unless they bought something special and cool
Yeah.
specifically
They're
for your
not-
tires, you're
They're
putting
not using
plastic
a very
on your
thick
tires. I would
pile.
much rather
It's-
do a burnout on the asphalt, just have clean tires.
No, they don't use a real thick pile. It's more of a real tight woven stuff like you find in an airport or something like that.
I was gonna say, it's
Indoor,
basically
outdoor
office-
carpeting.
It's
It's not
basically a
how
foot by foot. It's like a foot by foot piece of actual, like office carpet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
commercial grade carpet.
Everybody uses different carpet. I've seen the commercial carpet. I've seen regular carpet. I've seen it all, man, at all these races. So, and
Yeah,
again,
one star.
it's not like they have
In
a
all kinds of
rule.
carpet.
Yeah, right. You know, guys, it's not like that there's any type of rule on what type of carpet they're using.
No.
Everybody uses something different. It just it depends. You know, like with the rules, it just depends on what part of the country you're in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like us, we're going to use like a commercial. In my race in Texas, we're going to use like a commercial grade carpet.
Believe it or not, carpet has flame retardants in them now too. So
Yeah. Kevin Gibbs is saying desert hobby right on. Hello. So Kevin Gibbs.
Hey,
is
Kevin
saying
Gibbs,
hello.
thank you for that. Hey, and can I answer something on your live here?
Sure.
Kevin Gibbs, absolutely, you can use tire warmers.
Yes. I wasn't sure if you were reading the chat, so I don't know if you were on your phone or what you were using.
You know what? I've got my big iPad here, and I've got you here, so I'm watching the chat as we go.
Sounds good. You're all set. Good job.
This is not my first rodeo, Tank.
Thank you. Yeah, you can actually use tire warmer. We talked about that a little bit, and you are allowed to actually use those.
people use tire warmers for every particular type of race in the hobby. I've seen it
Yeah,
done.
you just can't use the French one.
It's just like my rail car. The tires on my rail car are actually foam tires. I haven't raced that thing in 2 years now, 3 years. I'm debating, are my foams still good on there? And if they're not, I don't know if I can still get some. I'm sure I can, but
Gone Bananas Racing Skins.
oh yeah.
Yep.
He does foams. But
So,
if you find a place that does the slot car drags
okay.
and they use the foam tires like that, get some of their tire prep and run your tires on that through it. It'll help soften them up and liven them back up again.
But man, when you run tire foam with prepping sauce, I'm telling you, those tires come sticky like crazy. It's just
Oh
stupid.
yeah. Yeah, my slot cars are like that. Those tires are super sticky.
Yeah, they like
Gum.
Yeah, it's almost like gum. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's kind of cool.
Hey, and also Kevin Gibbs, you don't need no tire warmers in Arizona, my friend.
Why do we need
Ambient temperature to warm up your tires. Past the warm that you want.
It's
You know,
7:34 here and it's 105 degrees outside at my place.
Wow.
You know what's here's what's crazy. This is the crazy part. We were selling 100 tire warmers a day.
Wow.
Then all of a sudden that heat broke and tire warmers are gone.
Yep.
Well, Oklahoma could get real hot too.
Yeah. So prep tires, we talked about that. No assist receiver or gyros are allowed, or any driving assist item allowed. No AVC receiver and no TMS receivers. So this is where driving assist item, this is where basically launch control on your remote control, not launch control, but punch control, theoretically to me would be a driving assist, but because you can actually do it on the ESC also. There's two places you can do it, on the ESC or on the remote.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard
Depending
to
on what
see.
remote you have, of course. Yeah.
That is correct. If you have a stock Traxxas, you can't.
It's too bad because in drag racing, you hear them revving the engine briefly before they take off.
Protest. Do you ever, Billy, did you ever get anybody that did a protest on a race?
I have not. No.
Because this is interesting. Protests. All protests must be turned into the race director within 30 minutes of the conclusion of the race.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
the
that's-
protest fee, cash or check, must be paid
$100.
at the time of the
Yep.
protest. $100.
Correct. Right.
Wow.
So basically, if Tank, you and I are racing, and you beat me by, sorry guys, I'm getting ready for Oklahoma, so I'm still packing. And you beat me by a lot, or I have some type of something I think you're doing something a little fishy. That's where that comes out. You can buy their the $100. You can get their motor and go through it.
And if I'm wrong, or if you said I did something wrong and I didn't, I get your $100. But
Correct.
But if I did something wrong, you get your $100 back and you get the win.
And the motor.
And the motor, or whatever you're protesting.
Sounds like it sounds like Pinks for motors.
Pinks for motors.
Motors.
Yeah, but Tank, no, I have not. I haven't seen it. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it done in any of the races I've been at yet. But this next 2 months, I'm going to be at so many races, man. If something goes down, I'll be sure to message you.
Okay.
I saw it once here with one of the races Coy did early on. And then we've actually had that with our oval racing. We've had protests.
Okay.
So
Now there's two type of races that they do cash day or top 10 list. You guys do cash day, right?
It's both. I know Coy has his list or cash. We're putting on a race next Friday night at my 24-hour marathon, and it's going to be a cash race.
Okay.
is that at your location or what?
Yeah, we are during the 24-hour live. We actually are doing something pretty cool. It's sponsored by Voodoo Tires. It's called the Desert Hobbies Friday the 13th grudge race between Abel Lips and Kid Sims. And Voodoo has already sent me tires. They have to run Voodoo Tires. It's a grudge race, and then after the grudge race, we've got about $1,300 cash prize for next Friday. And that's where I'll be.
This
That's where
one
I'll be
is not
tomorrow.
the one you're talking about. This is August 8th.
Nope. That I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
this is the
Nope. You know what? Hold on. I sent you the wrong one. That's 2020.
Yeah.
You know
Same
what?
race,
I am
just
so
different
sorry.
date.
No, it's the same race. That's the one we're talking about right there. So Kid Sims on the left, Abel Lips on the right, sponsored by Voodoo Absolute. And it's going to be a good race, man. It's going to be fun. Everybody knows why the grudge race is there. And so Kid Sims, those of you that know Kid Sims, he carries sharks with him. You know, he's sponsored by Shark, and he gives you a shark. He'll give you a shark to the winner up against him, and Abel has yet to beat him. So that's what this grudge race is all about.
You should have pinks for the RC car.
You know what? I'm not going to go there.
I've done some races for that already. We've actually done that.
I'm not going to go there. Listen, the deal is this came about over the weekend, and we made this happen so fast. So between the 24-hour marathon that we have next Friday and Saturday, along with this race, I've got so much to do, boys. I don't even know how I'm going to pull this off.
What time is this all going to start next week?
So the 24-hour marathon, which we have right now, guys, that's listening, we have $10,000 in giveaways. That'll be next Friday. Starts Friday the 13th at 3:00, and then the race will go on at 8, and then we will be through the whole night. We'll be live all night, and we have 60 sponsors, and we'll be giving away stuff all night. And
Come out and give you a hard time.
Are you allowing?
Hey, you know what? That would be awesome. And really quick, can I see a shout out to Crystal Connery that's on your show right now? You can see her there. It's actually her race. So
Cool.
Cece, we call her Cece. I gave it to I put it in Cece's hands. Cece is 100% putting it on. I'm just the guy that's promoting her, and I'm promoting the race. And so this is Cece's race, and
This one
she's
here,
doing a good job.
August Friday the 13th.
Yeah, yep.
Okay,
That
cool.
so Abel Lips. So you see Abel Lips right there, and
Yep.
Cece, our fiance or fiance, whatever you want to call him. And I gave this to Cece. I said, Cece, this is your race.
Cool.
Get her done, and she's doing such a great job. And like I said, right now, guys, we're at about 13. We should top $1,500. So I'm excited for her, and she's doing a really good job at this.
Cool.
I'll come out and drive around one of my semi trucks for the heck of it.
Yeah, that would be great, man.
Yeah.
You'll be live. Remember, show up and you'll be live the whole time. And then that's my South Texas race. That's going to be down in South Padre Island. That's sponsored by the Rough Riders. And as it stands right now, we're sitting at about $18,000 payout on that.
Well,
Nice.
Yep, so
AKB. Go on.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was wondering if KB could go to that one because he lives in Texas.
Yeah, too far.
Uh,
oh yeah.
Where,
So
where are you at,
500.
KB?
I'm in Austin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is far in there.
Yeah.
And then this is the other
Padres
one.
way out there.
Yeah.
Now that one there, I'm live streaming this race. This is in my home state. It's in Lexington, Kentucky. This is called the CKNP East Coast Shootout, October 2nd, 2021. I've just, you can see they've got my name all over this thing. I will be helping these guys out. My live streaming company will be streaming it for them. And it's going to be a really good race. I get to go home and see my family and have some fun with the boys there.
I have a question.
Yep.
Not to be rude, but do you see your name is all over it? On the screen, it just says iPhone. I don't know who you are.
Let me fix that.
I can, you know what? Just call me
That's good.
iPhone.
That's good, Lyle. That was good.
Oh, there's another guy. You might know him.
There you go. I fixed it. I put
that
your
was
name there.
funny, Lyle.
that was good. That was good.
Now, so
Name
Mike,
is everywhere. Yeah, iPhone. If your name is iPhone, yeah, it's fucking everywhere. Yeah.
so my question to you is, Tank, did I do something wrong when I came in?
No.
No, it's on your account that you created real quick for Zoom. It asks you one time to enter your name. You probably didn't. You left it blank, and it takes the name of your device you're using.
Yeah, for
Gotcha.
a long time
Okay.
on this stream, I was Lyle's iPhone.
Yeah, I was
Well-
Karen for a long time.
It's too bad I don't have the money to go down to Lexington because it's 6 hours away and I'm fixed income.
Is that how far it is, Brad?
6 hours from where I live in Cleveland. Yeah.
6 hours. Gotcha.
I'm not allowed to leave Canada, and that's a great story.
One day, Lyle.
And
It takes a few minutes to tell it, but it's a good one.
how many hours out am I from you, Brad?
You said that was like 5. Was it 10, 8 or 10?
I think
Was
it's
it?
closer to 10 hours from you.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm 35 from you. Or no,
And plus the Canadian border and American borders are closed right now. So,
over 30.
but by that time they might be open by October.
It's too bad he can't go by the lake because that would be quicker.
Yeah, go through the lake.
Hey, Billy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kevin Gibbs wants to know how he can get one of those cool Desert Hobby stickers.
He's
Oh,
already
sure.
he's already been taken care of, Kevin.
Yep.
All you need to do, CC is already messing or talking to him on there to make sure we get him some stickers.
All right, cool.
Well, then I'm gonna start to somebody too and get some stickers.
Billy, have
Yes,
some
sir.
set out Saturday for me. I'll pick him up and I'll mail him to Frank. I've got his address.
Absolutely, you bet, guys. I
Cool.
appreciate that. That's cool. Yep, stickers are free all day long.
Cool.
And
AZ, bring me one too, will you? Mail me one.
so the banners you have on your back wall there's a couple small banners like this one. Are they about this size of banner? Do you know what size they are?
Yeah. Yep. About just
Because-
right about that size.
Because I want to contact AZ Froggy gave me the name of a company close to his place that makes banners and things like that. So I'm gonna make the Tank RC banner like that and
Yeah.
make a couple of them so AZ Froggy can send some to people in the US and you can have one for your shop or whatever.
Absolutely. I will fly your banner high for sure.
I
It's
told
probably
them
gonna be like
fast
this, black and
signs.
white.
I told him fast signs because there's one literally just down the street from me. I can grab it and then run it out to you.
Yeah, I will. You give me one of your banners, Tank, and it will be flying in my studio for sure.
Cool.
Is there any way I can get involved in that? I wouldn't mind my name getting out there a little bit. Or am I
And what's your
allowed to
name again, Lyle?
I just started out. It's called RC Athlete.
Yeah. and just
RC
started out,
athlete.
yeah.
He
I
has
knew
not
that.
won a gold yet.
No, but he's a pretty dirty channel, though, that guy.
Lyle's just funny.
It is what it is.
I'll be right back.
All to start seeing, that's for sure.
Start getting banners from all over the world, Billy.
You'd be surprised, Brad, how much stuff that we do receive from all over the country. You know, and you know, with me, just kind of the same thing with the stickers, man. I send stickers. I mail stickers out all day, every day. And the cool thing about it is, I love to see it when the guys or the girls get their stickers and they put them on their car, and they'll run it, and then they'll take a picture of it and screenshot it. And they'll put it up on we've got a RC club over on Facebook called Desert Hobbies RC Club, and they'll put it up. Just like we had some people just 2 nights ago. My gosh, I can't think of their names right now. But they had my Mark and Becky Price. They actually had my stickers. They had my shirts and everything. So it's pretty cool. That's cool. I like it.
This thing has not been beaten in my area yet. Nobody beat me yet.
Uh-oh.
What?
Looks good.
You're gonna have to make
Back,
a
motherfucker.
you're gonna have to make a drag race class when you run those.
I run this on 4S. It's got an ESC in there of a Traxxas Summit. It's got a big ESC, so I run it 4S.
Nice. Looks good.
No, I don't have any banners. I just got these.
I'd like to race you with my Kia Forte 5.
There we go. That's all I've got.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I would love to have one of your stickers for the shop, man.
Cool. I'll set it out.
Absolutely.
I get my
Yep.
buddy to make me some more.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and one thing I heard somebody in there about, they've got another promoting or a new show or something. Anything I can help any of you guys out with, man, let me know. I love.
Yeah, I'm the new guy.
Yeah, oh, that's right, Lyle. Lyle. Hey, if you hit me up on Facebook, Lyle, every Wednesday we do what's called What's Up Wednesday on my show, and we promote races, people, websites. So anything you guys need, I do it on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yeah, I need to get with you for doing our oval and road course racing out here on the west side.
Is that the one at Eminem?
Eminem is part of our group. He runs Fridays. Okay. Saturdays we run out at Arizona or AZ Turn and Burn out in Surprise on Grand Avenue.
I would love to come out after I've got a big schedule coming up the next 2 months. I would love to come check it out. And I don't know if you guys know this or not. Some of you do, some of you don't. But tomorrow I leave for Oklahoma in the morning. I'm going to be live streaming a dirt oval race. So tomorrow night, it'll be Freestyle Friday from Oklahoma. And then all day Saturday, we'll be streaming the dirt oval race. It's called Classic at the Creek. Guys, if you want to see some cool stuff and see how we stream and how we do this, find us at Desert Hobbies on YouTube or Facebook. All the guys that are watching right now, and watch, hang out for a really good time. It's going to be fun.
Hey, John,
you need to the Chili Bowl.
You know what? No, that I will be going to the Chili Bowl. I've been invited to go there in February, and I will be there.
We've had a bunch of our guys go there, run. A couple of them actually won a couple races. So
I think John needs to start showing you his dirt track ovaling where he lives.
Good.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, then you can start doing something live out in Michigan.
Yeah. You know what's funny, Brad, is I'm all over the place doing these live streams, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to come up to Ohio. I'd show you around here, and you could try to find a way to make an event happen around me.
Did you?
There is events all over Ohio, by the way.
Yeah, but not near me.
Okay.
I'll flat out dare you to come to Canada.
Yeah, you got to come to Canada and do some events.
You got to dare them, though. Fucking guys, sorry. Seem like a fantastic guy there, Billy, but I don't like to travel to Canada a whole bunch. It's a lot to come here, but man, if you make the trip once, ask Brian Parker. Brian Parker's been in my front yard. I have cooked that man a burger, and we have ran ran my trail course, and he says that the Wipers, just outside of Calgary, is one of the best places he's ever been in his life. So if you have the opportunity to come to Canada, don't listen to Frank. Don't listen to Frank. Head to Western Canada. Western Canada. Alberta.
Yeah.
That's where you want to go.
You know what,
more-
Lyle?
more
You know what,
people.
Lyle? What's funny is my other business I own is called the Battery Guy. So we do golf cart batteries. I have been invited to Canada to do. Now this is over the course of 10 years, going up there and doing, taking over it and doing the golf courses for the guys, helping them get all the batteries in and taking care of them up there. I've never been, but one day I would love to visit up there, man, for sure.
The next thing you know, you're gonna be around Europe.
If you want to see nice country, and know people, go where Lyle live. But if you want to do events, you got to come to Eastern Canada because this is where all the people is and not the bears that are in the woods.
Frank,
Okay.
You have bears in the woods and you have wolves.
Frank,
Was that Lyle?
can we meet in Winnipeg?
That's
Winnipeg.
Manitoba.
It's too flat. Winnipeg is way too flat.
Oh no, there's places and there's shitloads of water, but Manitoba's got just as much water as Ontario. It's nuts.
Crystal Conroy says, pay attention to Desert Hobby in the next couple of weeks. We will be talking about the new chassis. So Billy did talk about that earlier, talking about that chassis. And I was talking about the chassis in the sense that the rule says it has to be a short course chassis. Is that the name of your chassis? Is it going to be a short course chassis or is it going to be a drag racing chassis? Because it's kind of weird, the rules, especially that first rule.
Mine is going to be, it's not my chassis. We're bringing in, like I was telling you guys earlier, there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of minds, engineers at work on these chassis, and it's coming in hot. So I can't tell you guys exactly what she's talking about, but like she said, stay tuned for Desert Hobbies and our live show.
Cool.
And you'll be able to see. I was going to tell you, I took your guys' advice from last week, and I am in the middle of working on, let me find it.
Oh, poor taking our advice.
Her response to that was actually in response to JMH.
Operation Charlie.
Operation 11 Charlie, correct. I'm working with some guys to put an event on. So that's I took your guys' advice, talked to these guys, and I'm excited. We're working on something. I'm just, my traveling's crazy right now, but once it kind of calms down, we got some good stuff coming, man.
You get that going. I will definitely be there for that to help out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you've talked to Javier?
I am talking to Javier, correct.
I gave him a link, and a couple other people did too.
I'm talking to, I'll give you the names I'm talking to. I just had them 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of people. Yeah.
I got Javi. I see. I've got Jeremy, Luke, and Javier.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to say you do a real professional job with your video. I mean, your lives.
Oh, thank you so much.
I mean, I hope for good things for you, and you'll be world renowned one day. I mean, hopefully you'll be world renowned before you get too old.
Yeah, go ahead, Billy.
No. Sorry. Yeah.
You've mentioned that you started a streaming company. That your company is going to go there stream, or are you being hired by people?
This is what I'm doing. So it's hard for me to explain exactly what I'm doing, but I'm in the middle of building a live streaming company where we go out and live stream. Yes, it's just like all the other guys, but it's with a twist. It's my way. It's interacting. It's fun. It's not just the same. Here's number 24, and here comes 12, and it's not going to be. It's going to be interaction. It's going to be. I've got a co-host on this weekend. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know anything about Dirt Oval, nothing. So I'm bringing in Sean Genyon. Sean Genyon is going to be doing He's going to be doing all the driver interviews. So if you watch this weekend, guys, you'll see what I mean by my new streaming company's coming. I plan on to be up and running, fully operational by 2022.
Nice.
Hey, Frank, you need to get Chris in touch with him for his
For what?
company. GCM.
Yeah, but for what?
For the crawling, because he does crawling events too, from my understanding, right, Bill?
Well, he goes to a lot of crawling events.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
think he hosts them anymore. He just doesn't have time.
Well, well, he could help him get some of his stuff in Arizona. I mean,
Good.
you could
my
be
events are starting. My events are starting to be big, so maybe I should invite Billy over to videotape and stream my event.
I would love to, man. But then, see, now we got a reason to go to Canada.
Yeah, so you got to meet his friend. You got to meet Chris. He makes his own chassis. He started his own company making his own chassis that Frank has one.
GCM Racing is a company that does scale trucks. So it's not something that looks like a big 4x4 with big tires and things like that. You can build it that way, but it's on the scale format. And that's why I'm building this classic Range Rover, and it's going to go on this chassis. That's over here. And this is basically their chassis that they got, and it's this is called their C-Max 2. This is the newest one that they have. Scale transmission. You can put a 3D motor, a 3D printed motor in front of it. And this is for tiny tires. So these are very small tires right now. And this is what this truck is for. I'm trying to balance everything. Is that when it goes on it, everything is nice and scale. And right now I got a block stopping it from going down, but this theoretically goes down just like the front tire. So it just makes the truck realism and makes it real nice. So it's GCM Racing.
Yeah, you could get him to get stuff coming from him into your hobby store.
Yeah. There's some guys here in town running some GCM stuff.
Yeah, it's a specialized niche for custom truck that are custom interior. Like it's very scale. So
nicknamed dollhouse trucks.
Yeah, it's like a dollhouse truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me a question today about Red Cat.
Yeah.
So just, I'm going to give you, I got to listen, I'm going to have to get going here, guys, but I just got to get finished packing for Oklahoma. My plane leaves at 6, but
You're breaking up.
Breaking up. Just when he's about to say something interesting about Red Cat, he's breaking up.
Can you hear me now? Good?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Red Cat has the new Marksman coming out, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys have seen it. It'll be debuted on my show. As soon as it lands in Phoenix, they're going to be bringing it over to the Live from 855 and Desert Hobbies live streaming show to debut it.
And then you'll ship it to me.
And then we'll ship it to you.
Me and Ed were just talking about that thing today. It hit Turn and Burn.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I was wondering about if what happened with Red Cat. I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, he was supposed to have him today on his show, but it didn't happen. So he had a whole other bunch of people on his show.
Oh, he left already, huh?
Yeah. I guess his cell phone cut out or something.
his phone might have died.
I'm sure he'll be here next week, though.
Yep.
Yep.
He's got a lot of interesting things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll definitely be going out to the 24-hour thing. So
Cool. Now, the other class that they have for drag racing is the 13.5 Super Stock. What that's different is it's pretty much all the same rules as the other one, but you're actually everybody has to have the same motor size.
yeah,
So it's
motor
a
limit.
13.5 Blinky motor.
Then it just comes down to who has better reaction time.
Yeah, it's more of a driver's race there. How
Yeah.
you set up the vehicle and how you react to the race. That's my kind of deal. That I've actually been toying around with the thought of building something for that class.
13 and a halfs are not that slow either. I've seen them run.
Oh,
I've seen 17 half. I've seen 17 and a halfs run pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, 13 and a half. I'm not sure the numbers of KV for that one, but it's high enough.
I've seen 21 and a halfs do decently too, which I was surprised.
Mhm. Hey, Sang, you've been quiet all night. We were talking and you came in. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good. I was just listening because I don't know anything about drag racing.
Pull the trigger.
Although
You pull the trigger and you make your car go fast.
yeah, well, that's no fun. It has to be more challenging.
It's more fun than you think. The 13.5 is a 3,500 kV.
3,500. Okay.
But I do like the Ford Pinto. I think I'd if I was to make one, I would go for that.
Yeah. Like I was mentioning, I don't think there's no class for them right now, but
Yeah.
if enough people have them, they don't have a choice of making a class for them. So
Yeah.
Well, I just like the look of it. Like if I was to get drag racing, I just like the look of the Ford Pinto.
He's saying I saw your video on what you did with the third shock. I would never try to attempt to mess up my case like that.
why not?
Nothing. I used a Dremel and it was very precise and no dust or dirt gets in there.
I have a Dremel, but I wouldn't trust my ability with the Dremel to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. Like I drew it out, cut it, and it works out. But it doesn't work as well as you think. It's very stiff because it makes the back end more stiff.
Uh-huh.
So having some play in the Tamiya cars are useful.
Oh, what I was thinking of doing is I have, let me see if I got it here.
Yes, Tony, the Red Cat Marksman is a 1/8 trail truck that Red Cat's coming out with.
That's based on the Wendigo style chassis, size wise.
I was thinking of taking this again because I put this on my Arma because the piece that was supposed to have a screw go through it broke off. But I was thinking of using this and a screw to stop it from going upwards. I just had to find a position and it would still hopefully move this way too. I was something this simple and a screw in it.
Okay.
I'm hoping it would work. I mean, it's like a little rubberish dowel that would be put into a wall. And I think, and it grabs the screw.
Daisy Froggy, you wrote 1/18.
No, autocorrect did that.
Yeah.
I put 1/8 and it changed it.
It's actually 1/8, not 1/18.
1/8, yeah.
It's a big
Autocorrect. I love it on my phone. It's been acting up a lot today. I put in wheel for something and it put we. And I'm like, huh?
It says, go check out Trail RC, great channel. Yes,
And
it
that's
is.
Guru saying that.
Yeah, that's player one.
Guru watches me occasionally.
Now, Lyle, go in the chat and type shout out so people know your channel. Your new channel, so you want subscribers.
Ah, the Thunderbolt. That's a Nico. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that and I got 3 new subscribers.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are you going to keep it? Is it work? Does it perfectly work good?
It should work.
You're not going to gut it until it breaks on you, are you?
The only thing, one of the back tire is no good. So I put the frog tires.
Okay.
Oh.
But that's not a dragster.
No, it's an old classic Nico, which I wish they would make again.
Well, maybe you could convert that into a dragster. Just make.
Yeah, I'll convert this to a dragster.
Yeah, you convert it to a dragster. Get the right body for it.
Hey Frank, what is
scale.
the wheelbase on that Pinto body? Do you have that so you could bring that up still?
Yeah, I got that somewhere. I still have
Oh
that.
wow, those tires look almost exactly like the Hornets.
There you go. The car's here. 11.5.
11.5?
I
All right,
told
thank
you it
you.
was under 12, around 11.
11.25.
11 and a quarter. Okay.
No, 11.25, not 11 and a quarter.
Eisenheimer.
Where'd you get that, Sang?
Too short.
Locally, somebody in Ottawa was getting rid of it.
Okay.
He doesn't realize that could be worth some decent money.
I got it for $50 Canadian.
Brad and Sang, if you don't mind, let's stick to drag racing
Yeah,
tonight.
sorry.
You guys can talk about this after our.
After.
which is going to be pretty quick. So about 35 minutes, and you guys can chit chat about whatever you want. We can create your own little room, and you can go privately into a room and have some fun.
Row.
Do you think you would do something along the lines with that Pinto if they did like a pro stock style class?
What's that question? Go ahead.
I asked John if he would be up to doing like a pro stock style build with like the Pinto or a body of that size.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
You know, like I said, I haven't been drag racing much this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I haven't gone at all. Actually, I've just been doing oval.
Yeah.
What do you have for a drag racer?
What's that?
What do you have for a drag racer?
I got parts of a drag racer right now.
Part? Okay.
You know,
I thought you had a DR12.
Because he converted a slash last year or the year before. And
I wonder
that's
how
what
much
that-
you'd have to change. Oh, sorry, Tank. I wondered how much you have to change if you bought just like a ready to run Traxxas truck, you know, the drag racers.
your best bet is start out with a Bandit and buy an LCG chassis.
Yep.
Like I said, this is what I got left of my drag car at the moment.
Okay.
It's been completely gutted, and I've been using parts off of it, and
Yeah, you've been using parts for the oval.
yeah,
He's definitely.
got 2 sets of wheelie bars all set up, and that's about it. Like I said, it's just been kind of sitting here.
Yeah, well, you would have bought another transmission for that if you were drag racing.
JMH is saying that he wouldn't want a shorter chassis for drag racing,
It
which
would be
makes
more of a
sense.
challenge.
But it just brings up the challenge. It's just a different challenge. It's a different way of driving and racing.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a lot of it has to do with the length is good, and so is the weight. You don't want all the weight, but you need it.
Yeah. But you need it in the right spots.
You need a lot of downforce, and I don't know if a shorter vehicle would have all that much downforce.
Yeah,
Even-
which makes it a
even
different
at Pinto
style of
box.
racing.
Yeah.
All you need to do is get a thing that goes under a lip that goes under the car, and hopefully have something. Maybe they can make some Venturis to help it keep it down in the back.
That's not legal.
Yeah,
well,
well-
just like there was talking in the rules, you can only go a 1/4 inch in the front, and the wing only has a certain length at the back. So you do have to be
Yeah.
careful when you
but-
drag
Yeah.
race or short.
Three
But
inches wide and 3 inches high.
What I'm trying to say is that they have to make a special direct rules for that particular class because it's smaller than the ones they're talking about.
Maybe, but don't know.
What about
Billy's
you,
back.
Billy? Do you see a possibility for doing like a pro stock style class like that?
You know, that's a great question. I don't know. It's there's a lot of, everybody's there's just talk on everything. You got the Traxxas truck. I mean, they talk about a class for that. I mean, it's just what I see is with 13.5 and Outlaw right now. Outlaw is getting ready to it's going to change. It's just going to change. The 13.5, I hope, I'd like to see it get stronger, like the Outlaw. I don't know about a pro stock, man, guys. I don't have that answer. Again, come October, there's a lot of manufacturers, there's a lot of new stuff coming out. So it's going to get real interesting pretty quick.
Yeah.
Just like that Pinto body could eventually get a class going like that. And then they'd have
Exactly.
different rules for setting that one up. If people are worrying about downforce, they have to allow them to make some type of downforce for it.
Correct.
Yeah. Like I said, with that one, I could see him doing like a 10.5 with that. Then the different wheel bar or wheelie bar limitations and all like that. Same with the rear spoiler or wing, however you want to call it. But I think it could be a real interesting class as more of it'd be along the lines of the 13.5 class, but well modified.
We've talked about it here about just truck body class. Lazy Froggy, you'll probably, you know who Jay Conway is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to start just a truck body class, a truck class, and you know, it didn't really take off. I thought it'd been fun and cool, but it never really took off.
You know what'd be cool is if eventually someone made a front wheel drive chassis for imports. That would be cool. Then
you've got the Supra body for the Slash now for drag racing. You've got the Volkswagen body from Proline.
Yeah.
Delta Plastics has had a Volkswagen body for 4 or 5 years already for the Slash.
Plastics.
So there's a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, but then they'd have to make a front wheel drive chassis, and then you'd have to use the wheelie bar differently because it has to keep it has to articulate to keep the power in the front. That's how it's worked with a wheelie bar in one of those.
If you want to do something like that, you'd have to have a M series class for like the MO5s and all like that. They're front wheel drive to run in that.
You know what? They'd have to make an exception. I know this guy in Britain who does 3D printing. He makes his own front wheel drive buggy.
That would have to be as long as it was within the rules, it would be fine the way I see it, but it all depends on each individual group running.
Yep.
I should, Billy, we need to find a way to get in touch with each other. I should try to find a way to get you. Maybe you can get in touch with that guy and you can start getting things from him too for Britain for a front wheel drive vehicle. Hey, you have something very different than the hobby store.
Yeah, Brad, as J&H has said, it is done. There are front wheel drive stuff out there.
I know there's stuff. This stuff. I mean, this guy could start his own business with it, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah, he's got enough on his plate as it is.
Oh, he does a good job. He does a good job. He finds that he multitasks, and it seems like he multitasks quite well.
Cody in the chat says drag racing would be cool if they added a jump and over a shark.
Yeah. Okay, Fonzie.
And then you could eventually have a 4-wheel drive class.
They do have a jump. It's at the end, and hopefully you don't hit it.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen, guys, I've got to continue packing, and I'm sorry I hopped off earlier. I'll be honest. I'm on the phone and video so much. I cannot keep my batteries charged. I had to go and grab the good old Mophie to get some juice. But I've got to get packed, and I just want to say thanks again for letting me come on for a while. I do enjoy it. You heard me talking about it all through the show, man. We're
cool. Thank you.
And listen. I'm in it to win it with you guys, and if you guys want to invite me back, I'd love to come back
every week. You're welcome to come, and I'm sure Frank has no problem with it. I know that. Not to necessarily speak for him, but he has no problem with that.
And if you want to talk to any one of us also, like, would be more than pleased to go on your show and talk about our experience. Like me, it's crawling and customization and things like that.
Heck yeah.
If you want to talk about that, I can come in and talk, not a problem.
100%.
Sang and I have our little niche. Not that everybody likes our niche, but you know.
Yeah, they're Tamiya guys.
We're Tamiya and Kyosho guys.
I am too, to a point. I got the semi trucks and things like that. But
you also have a grasshopper.
I do different racing and all as well. But no, you
That's
need
cool.
this one, Billy. That's 10,000 milliamp hour.
There's ones that 20. I've seen 20,000. I've seen 20,000 ones.
Yeah, I have one that's 22, I think.
Wow. But anyway, I got a 6 o'clock flight. Again, thank you for letting me join you guys. It's cool to hang out, but unfortunately, duty calls, and I gotta get ready and go to work for 2 days.
Hey, I hope we see you next week, man. I hope we see you next week.
You can count on it, and I'll blow you guys. I got to stop saying that word. I'll blow you guys up. I got in trouble. I don't know if you guys heard me on my live today. I got in trouble this week because I watch all the Facebook groups, and I saw a guy promoting. He was wanting to promote his race. He only had like 10 or 12 guys racing, and I go and I comment. I go, hey man, come into the my live from 855 studio. We'll blow your race up. Next thing I know, man, I get an email from Facebook says, you cannot be saying that.
Yep.
So
Okay,
Do
watch
you
your
flying
words.
out of Gateway or Sky Harbor tomorrow?
nope, Sky Harbor. So we land
I'm
in.
so sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's where I landed in Phoenix back over 20 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. We land. I land at 12:20. They are picking me up. They're going to whisk me off to the track. We'll get set up. We'll start testing. Tomorrow night will be Freestyle Friday. I'll be live at the Dirt Oval at Spring Creek RC. I think AZ Froggy, you'll enjoy the footage we're going to have. It's a good dirt oval. There's about 240 entries. And then Saturday will be the big race. We'll have drone footage. We'll have 4 cameras and a drone flying around. We'll have Sean Genion as our commentator, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool.
Like I said, you're very professional. You got all that professional stuff going on.
Well, Brad, thank you.
Safe travels, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'll see you guys next Thursday. And like I said, if you get a chance, watch us this weekend. It'll be awesome to see you guys.
Cool.
All right.
I will be.
See you later. Thanks a lot.
All right, guys.
Easy.
Thanks, Tank. See you guys. See you.
Hey, John, you got to have him come out to watch your races and televise those.
Lyle, earlier, you did a shout out thing, but you actually wrote shout out. So
Yeah.
That's so Canadian. It sounds so Canadian when he says oot.
that word does not work. I could make a whole new one to actually make that word work. But if you want to
Like a
type
boot.
it under shout out, it will work this time.
Molly,
I'll try. Yeah.
Okay.
Miss Molly dog.
Hey, Molly. Come here, Molly. Molly.
Hello, Molly.
Come here, Molly. She says, leave me
Because you got a
alone.
big baby in your lap.
Like, I'm happy. Leave me alone.
Look, she's licking you and everything.
Oh,
Get him. Get him.
She licks
him.
through your beard too. That's sort of funny. She's looking at you like what?
Oh man.
But that short wheel, coming back to that short wheel drag car, anybody that has a rustler, and let me tell you, there's a lot of people with rustlers out there. To liven up their car, you put a wheelie bar on it and a new body, and you have yourself a small little tiny drag car just to have fun and boot around. It's a great idea.
Would they be using banded arms up front?
It's already a bandit, Brad.
It's already bandit base.
Yeah, the
Okay.
rear arms are a little bit different in length, but the fronts are the same, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I know the rears are a little narrower though.
Hey, Tank, I'm gonna get going. I gotta get up early in the morning.
You too? Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Bye, Dennis.
See you later,
Thanks for
Dennis.
the news, and
See
we
you later,
will-
Dennis.
Later, sir.
Man, people are dropping like flies.
Yeah.
So I guess a two-wheel drive Stampede would not be a good,
Stampede's
No.
too high in the air.
too long,
It's
It's
too tall.
way too
Oh,
tall.
too tall.
The
I mean, could you
4x4
get-
Stampede is much lower, but
Could you
Although
get
you can't
it?
use a 4x4, but yeah.
Could they make a Stampede low center of gravity chassis?
no, not a
Nope.
two-wheel drive.
Stampede's a monster truck, so
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a monster truck with a low center of gravity?
No, I just thought I wonder if they had one that you could
That's
put
the
on.
problem, Brad. You thought.
Actually-
That's the problem. Brad. You thought
Oh, please.
yes, I have. When they land.
when they land.
Yeah, they bottom out the suspension.
I was gonna say, take a look at some Tony's from CCXRC. They're pretty low profile there.
Yeah, the links
Yeah.
are very straight. Yeah, I've seen those.
You know, he's
Yeah.
got some of them pretty lowered.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they do.
Too bad you can't do it to a Haas or a Vortex, or whatever their other one is. The Haas.
That-
They can
Tony
Vortex.
was in there a while ago. It's too bad. I wanted to ask him how his trip was going, but we were so busy talking about other things. So we have about 10 minutes left. So for the last 10 minutes, it's open floor. You guys can talk about pretty much anything except Tamaya's.
Hey, we were talking about a Nico. So sorry.
Oh, okay.
So you
I would
did
like
you
to
test-
see anything about the Vortex.
What about the Fortec?
I would like to see an evening of the Vortex, like your next stream,
Okay.
possibly.
Oh,
Because
we
I
can
have-
do that next week. We should be able to do that next week and talk about the Fortec 3.0. Not a problem.
I'm
Yeah,
quite lazy,
there's-
so I haven't done a lot of research, and I think we could probably have a pretty good discussion about it.
I can actually show one next week.
I was gonna say yours should be there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have one next week.
are you wanting one, Lyle?
Well, I love parking lot racing, and I think it's a really highly qualified.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
you don't
body
have
would
to
you
use that one for parking lot racing. Any sedan type
Any touring
car,
car.
any
Even-
touring
Oh,
sedan.
my
Even the
favorite is
scary
Traxxas Rally.
Tamaya.
What is
Was
it?
that Lyle?
The Traxxas Rally is amazing for parking lot racing. Just like
Yeah.
I want to see more windows, and I think chassis that is really low center of gravity that I could basically do whatever I want to with high-end power, and it doesn't flip. That's
How about rallycross? That would be cool to see someone do a rallycross track.
Thomas says he's got 4 Fortex. Good for
Which
you.
body were you thinking of for getting, Lyle? Which one do you like?
The 3.0 or the Corvette? The Corvette or the other one?
the truck.
The truck?
The
Oh
truck.
yeah, for sure.
But
What
Traxxas
truck-
does not have a Fortec truck.
But
They do. The hot rod truck.
yeah,
Oh, he
Okay,
wants
the
to do
34
30
the 34 Ford truck there,
pickup. Yeah.
the pickup.
Factory, factory 5.
it's like Relic's sister, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting the hot rod one. I'm getting the blue hot rod from 33.
He's
Hey,
getting the coupe.
Hey, I hate to use the word because everybody's going to gripe. Tamaya had a Ford F-150 Lightning body for one of their chassis.
No way.
Was it the CC01?
No, it was a TTO1 or a TTO2, or it might have been one of the TAOs.
It was a TT.
Yeah, TTO.
Also a TL01.
Or yeah, there's also a TLO1 version of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Mine has never produced a vehicle worthy of a Ford Lightning body.
I have the Vet in 6S. Cool.
If you want a cheap touring car, go get a Red Cat Lightning. We
Yeah.
actually run those as a race class, and they're a fun little car.
Dude, you can pick up a HPI E100 or E10 or whatever it was
Yeah.
for like $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no parts for them, and they don't hold up well when you put power to them.
I've heard that before on this chat. I think
Yeah.
Canadians get shit late, but we get parts forever. It doesn't matter what it is. Like people talk about HPI, Axial, Gen 1, SCX10. Oh, I can't get parts. I can't get parts. Every time I go to my store, I
There's
can get
parts.
parts for
Yeah,
anything.
they have
I
factory
want. I've
replacement.
never been told that something's not available anymore.
No.
Hey, Lyle, I forgot they also have an F-100.
No, they have the factory replacement parts for the E10, but there was never any real aftermarket support for them.
Oh
So there
no,
was
I
never
didn't mean
anything-
aftermarket. I just meant repairing it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't
No,
know you
I
were
was
talking aftermarket.
talking aftermarket to upgrade.
Okay.
Oh no, I was thinking about that. Sorry, I just meant fixing it.
Yeah. No, you can get the parts to fix it, but to upgrade stuff that you need to upgrade on it because they are not the best chassis. I've messed with them before.
Oh yeah, just for parking lot racing though, right? Like you want to do a
No.
budget. So I
No,
like
they-
off the shelf plus like $100.
Then
Like-
go with an RS4 or a Sprint 2 Sport out from HPI. Don't go with the E10.
Can't do belts.
Too bad you can't get that well with that.
RS4 isn't
Cantilevers.
always built. They have a gear-driven version.
Yeah, RS4. I got an RS4 here and it's not built.
They used to have a sport one with the cantilever front suspension we saw earlier.
Yeah, but
Well-
that's not. We're talking about cars that are still available, Brad, not
Yeah.
10-year-old car.
I got shit from 1984. You should see it.
The only thing with the RS4,
That's
what I
that
don't
right
like,
there.
What I don't like about the RS4, especially for parking lot driving, and I drive mine on the parking lot or in the front yard here, you get rocks in the steering and you lose the steering. It's
Yep.
it's just bad for that. So wherever you run it, it has to be a clean track or clean pavement. As soon as there's little rocks, you are going to get a rock in that RS4, and the steering is going to lock up. And then you
Or
gotta,
carpet racing.
Same with the Sprint too.
And one of the reasons I lean towards the tracks, I love tracks steering, the drivetrains. I can't complain about anything about the tracks setup for the amount of money you pay off the shelf. You get a nice vehicle.
but you want a fun truck to have fun and it's cheap. Get the semi truck from Tamaya, AZ5.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That one is fun, and it's
the
about
man-
125
right there.
bucks.
Oh yeah,
125 bucks, and it's fun.
Oh,
You're-
they're a
you're-
blast.
there's a TTO1E.
Yep, it's a blast.
Yeah.
And it's quick too.
It's still 14 scale car, but it's just with it's a 4x2.
Body.
The
Yeah, it's 4x2 bottom.
semi body.
Huh?
It's a TTO1 with the Lexan semi body.
Yeah. Just like they made a Midnight Pumpkin for a lowrider on the TTO1E, but it's a 12 scale. They had the F100 with the 50s model one on it.
Yeah. Something I gotta see here.
Oh,
It's on
RC
the
Basher
list.
Boy's there. Hey Robert, how you doing? Kevin Gibbs is there. Ethan is still there. Joe is there. Regular crew's all there. Cool.
Yeah. Looking at I just brought up the Corvette for the 3.0 Traxxas. Those shocks look like they're a little bit longer than the ones that are on the hot rod you're getting, Frank. They're still a smaller scale, but they don't look, the springs look bigger than what's on the hot rod.
I think they both have the same shocks.
Yeah, but I think the springs are running a little bit different. I could just be seeing it wrong, but it's the way it looks right this second.
Yeah, I'm opening it now to see
That's what she said.
what you're talking about. See if you're blowing hot here or
She might.
So if you're interested, if you're going to look at the semis, you should look at that Midnight Pumpkin lowrider too.
That's a hard body. That'd be a bit too much for doing parking lot racing with.
Oh, I thought it was a Lexan on that one.
No, I don't think so anyways.
It's still a nice body. Comes
It
with the
is
chrome
nice.
rims and everything. You still have your 14 scale truck, Brett?
What
That
one?
the European racing truck?
It's right up there.
Okay. I bet you want to get back into racing that again, that sounds like too.
Saturday.
Oh,
I
You run
finally
just
got
a-
the battery. I've been waiting for parts to come in. They finally
Oh.
came in.
you're running it on a silver can, I would assume.
Yeah, it's bone stock.
Yeah.
Yep, it's bone stock.
I've seen what we know Filthy Co made one that was just really, really fast out of it. Even
Yeah.
made a fin. It was like doing 50 miles an hour.
Okay, Frank, how many coils do you see on those shocks for the Corvette?
just wait.
I mean, Tank,
the
are we
part-
saying goodnight, or are we? We're still live, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess I don't care. I never.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I got the part list here. I'm gonna look real quick on the parts.
I'm bringing it up real quick here.
They still make the 2.0 Vortex?
Yeah.
You know what I did in my Stampede this weekend? I melted that bearing carrier, the aluminum bearing carrier that goes into the spur gear.
Okay.
Yeah, why'd you
Melted it. and
How the hell
melted
did
the
you melt it?
melted the gear, melted the bearing right onto it. It's like welded it. It's like, what the heck?
Oh, wow. The hell did that happen?
I have no idea.
They are different
fluid
shocks on the
and,
Corvette and the
and
hot rod.
accessible light bulb.
They are different ones. The Corvette has oil-filled Ultra Shocks, and the hot rod has the GTR version, which are a lower profile.
Mhm.
So they are a shorter shock.
I put the plastic one back in.
So, yep, they are different.
Cool.
So it
it
sounds like
wasn't
they're-
my imagination.
so they did a modification on the suspension system on it to differentiate the two besides the body.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, they can't have the same shock tower at the front, so they can't have the same size shock.
Yeah,
Yep.
the shock
Yeah.
tower is different because the body mounting system is different, so they had to use
Yep.
a different shock.
And
it-
the
but
shape
it's-
of the body and size. So yeah,
Yeah, but it's got the same diffs in the front, and it's
Yeah.
the same width and so on. So
yeah, it's just the body mounts, shock towers, and shocks between the two.
And you say it's smaller on the hot rod,
Yes, they're shorter on the hot rod.
just like short on Frank's hot rod.
Ba-dum-bum.
cool. So we're gonna start off saying goodbye, and KBRC, you're first.
All right. I was a little bit late, guys, tonight, but I had a good time talking, and we'll see you next week.
That's why you're being punished. That's why you're saying bye first. And now we're gonna go to the first guy that was here, Brad Kalman.
Well, thank you. It's really live. It's really gotten good since Bill's joined us, and it's always
Only
been
Bill.
good.
So it's not good when I'm here. So
No,
okay.
of course, we
I'm
couldn't do this.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
No,
I'm hearing what you're saying.
no, Frank.
It's only
Frank.
been good. It's only been good since Bill's been here. I
Frank,
get what
we
you're
couldn't
saying.
do it without you, Frank. I can't. I have to give you kudos. We couldn't do it without you.
You only had a different host.
I like that we've gotten new people. I'm hoping more people will come in. And Frank's a great host, regardless of what some people have said. And he's been doing this for years, and it's really good to have people in the chat. But it's really good that we're getting more people in the video part of the chat. And
We're having
thanks
fun.
as always, Frank.
We're having fun. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll go with Sang since his mic is muted.
Well, just fun like usual. Kind of late for me, but glad I'm awake and learn a few things. It's all good.
Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate it. John Martin.
Thanks for having me, Tank. It was interesting and fun, and I might have to see what I can do to watch some racing from
Desert Hobby.
hobbies there.
Yeah.
Who knows? One day you might be in one of those races.
Oval racing this weekend from Desert Hobby. Sounds cool.
Third oval.
I'm not sure where he didn't mention where he's going to be streaming. He's probably going to
Yeah, Oklahoma.
No, I mean where he's going to be streaming to.
Oh,
On his
Probably
Facebook,
Facebook and YouTube.
on YouTube, or somebody else's YouTube. We forgot to ask, but I can always message him. Anyways,
Yeah.
Lyle, you say bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Everybody who's watching, make sure you give a quick thumbs up. It's going to be entertaining. I'm working on trying to get more guys into the stream. I keep bugging them. They're like, I don't know. I'm like, it's Thursday night. Spend an hour or two. We're about to go offline. We're going to have more fun than you guys are going to get to see. But watch it more. Tell your friends. And thanks for watching.
and Sluicebox Steve.
Thank you very
That
much.
motherfucker.
Now, be careful the language.
No, I
Easy
won't.
Froggy, go ahead.
Thank you, Frank, for the invitation. Thanks everyone in the chat. No, I didn't keep up too well with it tonight. Everyone stay safe this weekend. Check out some dirt oval racing from Desert Hobbies and have some fun.
Cool. Thank you very much. So guys, thank you very much for stopping by. I hope this was good. If any one of you want to talk about a certain subject, just mention it, and I'm sure we can find some people that have good knowledge to talk about this, and or find the information you're looking for. and we can all talk about it. So if you have suggestion, put them in the comments below of what you want to hear, and we'll make it happen. And until then, keep those batteries charged and go out there and break something, because if you're not breaking anything, not having any fun. Ask Tony, he knows. He breaks it all the time.
He breaks more than just those RC cars.